So, dudes, back in action. You're listening to Just My 2 Cents. I'm back. It is still Monday. It is still March 13th, 2023. Is March 13th the Ides of March, or is that the 14th? Or is that another date? I can't remember. It might be the Ides of March. If it is, it would fucking make sense because it is dreary as a motherfucker. Rainy, cold, nasty, just foreboding weather out there. But anyways, man, welcome to the stream. This stream will be covering my recap of UFC Las Vegas. Sorry, I was trying to remember what the name of the card was. UFC Las Vegas. And also, I'm going to take a little sneak peek, a little preview of UFC London, which takes place this Saturday. I think, is it actually UFC 286? I know it's in London, so UFC London is apropos as well, but I think it's UFC 286 actually. Yep, UFC 286. All right, so as you can see down there on the screen, follow me on Tapology if you're not already. Sitting at 63.2. Took a little hit with my picks this past week. I'm going to tell you how I did with my picks and my bets. And like I said, just go over the fights, tell you what I thought about the fights. There was definitely some controversy, some things that were fights that were controversial, fights that were not controversial. And also going to be previewing UFC 286. So I hope you're all doing good. There's currently no one in the building right now, so I'm just talking to myself. But yeah, hope anyone that sees this will be doing good. And if you're not, I hope you do better. So without further ado, let's get into these fights. This is my official recap of UFC Las Vegas. I think it was UFC Fight Night 221 or something. But in any case, this will be my official crow eating, my official recap for the record. I'm going to pull up DeWallish Willie. All right, I just want to get that ready. Okay. Gonna go through a fight by fight. Some people do these recaps starting from the main event down. I don't know why they do that. I guess I can understand that people are anxious to talk about the main event, but it's like that's what most people are going to be there to talk about. Like no one's going to wait. Like as soon as you get done talking about the main event, a lot of people are just going to leave. I mean, it doesn't matter to people that are like paying for like views and subs because they have the bots and the paid people in there that are going to stay regardless. But like for a regular channel, like why would you do it? The recaps starting with the main event. No one's going to give a fuck by the time you get to the bottom of the main card. No casuals will. Like, I don't know, man. I've never understood that. I'm going to go in order that the fights took place. That's how I've always done it. Build to the, crescendo to the fucking climax, man. Just seems a little bit more natural to me to do it like that. But that's how I'm going to do it. So, yeah, man. What can I say? Yeah, we'll just go in order here. Okay, so this is the recap. We'll go in order of the fights. Carlson Harris gets the better of Jared Gooden, excuse me, Jared Night Train Gooden. There were a couple times it looked like Harris might have gotten him out of there, but I was impressed with Harris and his ability to really grind in the grappling. I think he got tired trying to finish Gooden, and he definitely got tired, but he was able to like push through it, grind through. Went to the grappling a lot, got several takedowns, and just put on a pretty good overall performance, grappling heavy performance. Man, he's 35, so it's like he's not going to change this at this point. But it's like if he sharpened up his straight punches, he would be even deadlier. They mentioned it in the commentary. His right hand is like this chopping right hand. If he straightened it out, I think he could be way more accurate with it. But I mean, he's very powerful. He's a good striker. I think he has a boxing background. But yeah, his overhand right is pretty wonky. He was missing it a lot. But he put it on good and pretty good. But nah, man, it was a good performance. He clearly won. Yeah. It was I thought he would finish Jared Gooden coming on short notice. And shout out to Gooden as well for taking the fight and stepping in against a guy like Harris. Because, like I said, even though he's 35, he's a pretty fucking good fighter and very dangerous. So, credit to him and shout out to Harris. All right, so this one, I thought he would. Might knock him out. I had Silva by decision on Tapology, but dude, I was surprised at the amount of people that were. I don't think a lot of people took Tyson Nam, but there were some people that were like, "Oh, I think there's value on Nam." I just didn't see it, dude. Nam is older than me, and he's a jobber. I don't know. Silva was always the side to me. I wish I had bet more on Silva. I'm going to talk about my bets here in a second, but I did have a parlay with him in it, and that leg easily cleared. I wasn't really worried about Silva too much, honestly. Nam to me and God, he looked terrible at the weigh-ins. I tell y'all every week to not make picks or bets based on the weigh-ins, but dude, I felt way more confident about Silva. After seeing Nam on the scales, he looked disgusting, dude. So shout out to Bruno Silva. He's a guy that like everyone loves to try and fade. Whether he's an underdog, whether he's a favorite, everyone's just like, oh, this guy sucks. All right. He's not that bad. And Nam's a fucking jabroni. So that was a pretty easy pick, honestly. There were a lot of people on Silva, so I'm not gonna act like I was fucking. I mean, he was a favorite. more people were picking him than Nam. But I was surprised. There's a couple people picking Nam. I was like, really? Are you fucking serious? All right. Yeah, don't even get me started with the strike stats, dude. I try not to like bring that into my analysis or like post fight analysis because it's so fugazi, dude. That it's so unreliable to me. What's up, Noah? Yeah. Now this one. This next fight is where the controversy starts, boys. I did not feel like this was very, very controversial. Like Tony Gravely, to me, I don't see how he fucking won that fight. That I thought it was a clear 30-27. I don't know what fight y'all are fucking watching. Tony Gravely, like, he's a Virginia Beau. I was rooting for him, but it's like he fucking lost that fight. I'm super biased towards Tony Gravely. But Victor Henry did pretty much what I thought he was going to do. And that was put the pace on him. Gravely didn't do shit with his takedowns. He did like I don't even want to talk about this fight yet because I got enough to say there, but I don't know. I just don't see how this was controversial to people. You probably thought so because you bet on Gravely, and he showed a little bit of life with like a minute left in the third round, but Henry still won that round. Like, what fucking fight were y'all watching, dude? Y'all wanted Tony Gravely to win that fight really badly, but he fucking didn't. Trust me, if there was a fucking edge where I thought Gravely won, I'd probably be saying it. Like, I picked Henry, but dude, I rock with the Virginia dudes. He's Southwest Virginia Bobo. Like, I wanted the guy to win, but he fucking lost. He got pieced up. He gassed the fuck out. He swung for dear life at the end and landed a couple shots, but he lost the vast majority of that round. He lost that fight pretty clearly. I don't see, there were so many people up in arms about Gravely winning that fight. What motherfucking fight were y'all watching? Won't no way. It won't no way, Bo. The Bo lost. Yeah, people thought Gravely was a sneaky underdog. Like, he was getting pieced the fuck up. Did y'all not see Henry landing like 10 strike combos on him as Gravely's backing up? And he cracked him in the third round, too. He cracked Gravely really hard with a right hand in the third round. It's the fucking, y'all just listen to that commentary, man. Y'all listen to that bias ass fucking commentary. It's corny, dude. That's the mentality. And dude, some of those judges, like, they really will only watch the last 10, 15 seconds of a round. And that's so, dude, I hate when motherfuckers do that in boxing. I hate when they do that in UFC. You don't do shit for the whole fucking round, and then you try and steal it in the last 10, 15 seconds. That's corny. That's gay. Yeah, pulling that double duty. You got it. So, like, I don't get it. Like, Henry tuned him the fuck up. He outworked him like a motherfucker. Anyways. Okay, dude. I gotta eat crow here. I was just completely fucking wrong. Like, shout out to my dude Aaron the Dog MMA. Subscribe to Aaron the Dog. Tune in Wednesdays. You can find me there. I said it Wednesday, like this past Wednesday, that I was very confident in Aldridge. Thought she'd be the better striker, or at least be competitive on the feet. But she could not get a fucking takedown to save her life. And Lipsky was the better striker. Clearly the better striker. Was piecing her up. It looked a lot more like the Macy Barber fight. It was a fade on Lipsky, honestly, but she looked pretty fucking good, and her takedown defense looked really good. I was just fucking wrong. Like, I don't know what else to say, man. But yeah. Shout out to Aaron the Dog MMA. Shout out to the boys at Pub Sports Radio. I was in there briefly, like very briefly, because my bets fucking suck. There won't nothing to brag about. I was very depressed about that. So I was like, God damn it. But yeah, shout out to them. Yeah, fucking God. Yeah, it was like I always do this, man. I always say don't bet on WMMA, and then I fucking do it all the time and I get burned. Sometimes I do okay sometimes. Shout out Macy Chasson. I made a good little bit of money on Macy last year. But nah, man. I'm just not gonna do it anymore. Not gonna do it. No more. Let me I'm gonna say this right now. I will not bet any more on WMMA. That is my goal, and I'm going to stick to that goal. This is my mantra. Do not bet on chick fights. It doesn't matter how they look on paper, who's fought the better level of competition. There's too much variance or whatever. There's too much like favorites that seem like favorites aren't. Sometimes a dog that seems like it's no way. It's just there's no, I don't know, man. I'm just not good enough with it. And I always like trick myself and be like, no, it's okay. It'll be fine. Just do it. And then I do it and I fuck myself. And I don't know why. Pretty much, man. I mean, JJ looked like the favorite. It's like, okay, she's the more well-rounded fighter. She gets Lipsky to the ground. She's gonna like Lipsky sucks off her back, but she never fucking got her there, dude. So shout out to Ariane for improving her takedown defense. JJ needs to work on her wrestling like a motherfucker. Like she has no fucking wrestling. Once she gets to the ground, like she's pretty good on top. Like she's a pretty good submission grappler, like good MMA grappler, but the wrestling is really shitty. I know, I'm just like feeling myself this week. Just like not feeling it. No, I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna do it. I'm not betting anymore on fucking chick fights. So I had her in a retard six legger, but it would have busted anyway, as you can see. But yeah, it ended early with that one. So I wish I had put more on this. I didn't because the line wasn't like sexy enough for me for my stupid ass, but it was a fucking no brainer, dude. I had this pick perfect on Tapology. Well, no, I didn't because nope. I gave Canetti too much credit and I had him in the second round. So Batista just fucking smoked him. I did say this Wednesday on Aaron's show too. He's gonna fucking destroy him. Like Canetti, he looks good for like a round, but he's 43, and isn't Batista like unranked? Like, I don't know, man. Canetti's. I think I can't remember if he retired or not, but he fucking needs to. He's on the sauce, so he can beat some jobbers. But if you're like on the come up, or if you're a good fighter, he is a good fighter to put on your highlight reel. So. Oh yeah, Aldrich for sure. I'm not doing it, man. I'll lose my money elsewhere. Thank you. Man, talk about eating some crow, dude. How about some more? Let's have some more. Let's serve up some more crow. Roll 2 cents. Just totally fucking wrong. Totally wrong, man. Like he didn't look bad on the tape. Like I knew that he'd been fighting jobbers and stuff, but like he looked good. He's doing what you're supposed to do to jobbers. And I was running my mouth about this all fucking week. How I even said this on my show Friday that the experience doesn't always matter. Well, in this case, it did. I was like, it doesn't matter. You getting crushed by these dudes, it's not really going to teach you anything. But hey, man, it kind of did. Like, and Dumas wasn't on the level of guys like Fluffy or RoboCop or any of the guys that put Friend away. So, yeah, Dumas kind of got exposed as a little bit of a fraud because Fremd is not a world beater. He's kind of a fraud himself. You know, people were really high on Fremd. I mean, he's a Yenza. So anyone from like southern, central Pennsylvania, western Pennsylvania is going to be all over it. Just chugga 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 chugga, just that Fremd train. So he had hype coming into the UFC. I was like, oh, dude, he might have a chance against this dude. Like, he's going to be good against this guy. Like, he's a live dog, and he just gets whooped. But yeah, it shows that some of that hype was warranted. Like, he's not quite as bad as these better fighters made him look. But I don't know. I'm still not sold on Josh Fremd. Like, I just think it was more Dumas kind of being a little fraudulent. Just a little, little green. Raw. He's a raw talent. He's very athletic. He's very powerful. He's got good grappling skills, but it's like the cardio got exposed a little bit. The fight IQ got exposed a little bit, and like he's got a kickboxing background, but he looked kind of sloppy on the feet. Looked a little sloppy. Looked like the lights were shining a little too bright, and he was looking a little crazy in there. But it is what it is. It's his first loss. He doesn't even have 10 fights, so I'm sure he'll bounce back. They'll give him a more winnable fight, but yeah, Dumas is gonna have to take a step back and go back to the drawing board a little bit and work on some things, and he'll be fine. Gotta eat the crow though, man. Good calling from only beats women. Yeah. So yeah. Oh, God. This next one was such fucking bullshit. Lauren Murphy, you just got your fucking nickname snatched. Because Davey Grant is the luckiest motherfucker I've ever seen. He was literally 15 seconds from losing that fight. If a Sun Sao could just survive for 15 seconds, to think that kind of submission that so rarely fucking happens against a black belt with that little time on the clock, it's just, I'm sorry, that's lucky. For that situation to present itself is lucky. Yair versus Korean Zombie. Lucky. Fucking Leon Edwards versus Usman 2. Lucky. This one. Lucky. That was lucky as fuck. He was about to lose that fight, dude. Credit to Davey Grant for pulling something out of his ass, but he pulled that shit right out of his ass, literally. Quite literally. So credit to him for being opportunistic, but that was lucky as fuck. That one burned me, boys. That one really burned me because I feel like I had the right read. It was going that way, but it just the very end, a fucking gas variance, dude. That shit pisses me off so bad. Dude, I was done. At this point, I was just like, you know what, fuck it. I threw my hands up at this point. I was like, this ain't gonna be my card. It just ain't gonna be my card. Fuck it. I was just like, are you fucking kidding me? Are you actually fucking kidding me, though? Dude, seriously. Okay, so this is what I think should have happened because there was so much bullshit around the fence grab and the point deduction and should the position have been changed or whatever. So this is what happened. Grant clearly grabbed the fence and Assunção tried to take him down and Grant ended up on top. And Peterson's reasoning, he takes the point from Grant, right? Instantly, which he should have done. But his reasoning was, oh, I took the point, so I can't put you back in the position. And then it was, no, I didn't do that. I didn't put you back in the position because Grant would have been on top. It's like, no, what you should have done is take the fucking point and then put Assunção in Grant's guard. Because had he not grabbed the fence, Assunção would have ended up on top. So that whole like, oh, well, I didn't want to give him the position back because Grant would have ended up on top. That's bullshit. That's not how you should have given the position. Clearly, what you should have done is if you're going to give the position back, you give him the position that would have happened if Grant hadn't cheated. Because that's what he did. He cheated. He grabbed the fucking fence. He got the point taken. Now, I don't know what the official rule is. If the official rule is if a point's taken, you can't have both, then fine. Then it just is what it is. Terrible fucking luck. Crazy. But I don't know that for sure. I don't know, like, I don't see how, if the rule is if you take a point, you can't get the position back, and that's just what it is, fine. But there seems to be some inconsistency there, and I would love to actually know what the official by the letter rule is on that. But yeah, that's with that little time to give Grant his like most realistic opportunity to finish the fight. Like Grant shouldn't have even been in the position to like have a crazy scramble like that. Because if you did what you should have done and put Assunção on top, he's just going to be on top for the last minute and win. He was clearly winning the decision. Clearly. So that was like, and dude, I had bet on Assunção too. I thought that was a real slick butthole of a dog play. And honestly, it should have won. Peterson fucked me. Talk no nonsense, my fucking ass. That was some fucking nonsense, dude. That was some fucking shenanigans. But whatever. It happens. It happens. Take point, then back to the position that caused the grab. Yep. So yeah, or put Assunção back in on the single leg or something, or put Assunção back on the double leg. You know what I mean? Like give him the position that Assunção was in before he grabbed the fence. Maybe you don't like be like, okay, assume that he gets the takedown. you give him the position of being in on the takedown, shooting for the takedown against the fence. Maybe that's what should have happened, but whatever. It is what it is. So I wasn't going to hit this anyway, but this would have hit, man, and that really pisses me off because that would have fucking got me all my money back. So fucking gay. Anyways, dude, any fucking ways. Man, I wish I had Williams in a parlay, but it pretty much went exactly how I thought it was going to go. He looked pretty good on the feet too, man. I told you he got a nasty right hand. I said that in my breakdown. I think I said it on Wednesday too on Aaron's show. Williams got a nasty right hand. So yeah, that was a good performance by him. Interested to see who they give him next. He's 33, but it is heavyweight, so you can go a little bit longer. And that power ain't going anywhere. Yeah, I think he'll continue to make like slight improvements in the striking, and he's definitely got good grappling. That's for sure. So yeah, I like what I saw from Williams. Okay, so this one, Turkali or Turkalish or whatever his name is, fight. And I am absolutely fading Vitor Petrino. Both of these guys suck. Turkal could have won that fight. He in the third round, if he had just kept top position instead of do stupid shit, but he kept trying to get the choke without securing position first, and he just kept getting reversed and ending up on bottom, just doing jujitsu bullshit. So yeah, he had a chance to win, but Vitor just edged it out. But he fucking sucks, dude. Someone is gonna knock his fucking ass out. Turkali had him in trouble, dude. I mean, I told y'all Anton won that bad on the feet, but his defense is so shitty, dude. Like, his head does not fucking move. It is a stationary target to be teed off on. So that's something I'll probably, if the next fighter he faces is well-rounded and has good takedown defense and an accurate striker, I'm gonna probably look to fade Turkali. But on the Vitor side, yeah, I'm definitely gonna look to fade that motherfucker because they're gonna give him someone better than Anton. He's gonna get fucked up, dude. I don't think he's a very good fighter. That was a shit show. I did have this busted my parlay. I would have got screwed on that one anyway, but I'm almost glad because if Anton had edged it out and I got burned on that last leg, I would have been fucking heated, dude. I would have been really fucking pissed off. Seriously, dude. Water, weed, dune, here, Bappa. Okay. Now this was some motherfucking bullshit. If you thought that Jonathan Martinez won that fight, don't ever, and I mean ever, Jeff from Richmond, ever talk to me about Damage, and Damage should win the fight. If Damage should win the fight, and effective grappling and threatening with submissions, if that's supposed to win the fight, then Said clearly won that fight. He got fucking robbed. They had robbing Saeed. Jonathan Martinez, everyone's little buddy all of a sudden. The commentary was disgustingly biased. All the motherfucker did was push him against the fence. That's all I did. I don't see how you can say that the armbar attempt stole him that round when the sub attempt was way fucking closer, dude. Saeed was way closer to getting that fucking rear naked choke than Martinez was to getting that armbar. At no point did he have the armbar. But the commentary couldn't shut the fuck up about it. Because again, he's their little buddy. But nah, man, Saeed clearly won that fight. I don't want to hear it. That was a fucking robbery. That was Vegas. That was clearly fucking Vegas. Busting all those parlays. Fucking bullshit, man. That was really greasy. 29-28 across the board. Get the fuck out of here. That one was dialed in. That had Vegas written all the fuck over it. I don't want to hear it. I don't even want to fucking hear it, dude. I wish I had been a little bit more confident on this one. It kind of went how I thought it was going to go. It happened a little sooner. I had Krylov by submission on Tapology, but it was kind of like, it was a shortened version of how I thought the fight would have played out originally. Like I thought it would have kind of gotten spread out. That result would have gotten spread out over 2 or 3 rounds, but they both got to work early. Like Spann, it had everything I thought was going to happen in the fight, just in like a matter of minutes instead of like, rounds. So Spann hurts him. There's some crazy grappling exchange. It was like they fast forwarded through the fight. It was all the way to the Nikita submission. It was like my prediction was just like fast forward. First round, crushed him. Yeah, Krylov was always the better fighter. Spann is like, he's like a KO artist journeyman, kind of. You know what I mean? Like I won't say he's a jobber. He's more of a journeyman, like high end jobber, journeyman, like, can get a ranking but can't really like crack the top 5, can't really get in there. I don't know if you want, I don't know. I think there's probably some like better gatekeepers, but he's kind of close to gatekeeper status. Like if you're washed, I mean, he's kind of a gatekeeper. You know what I mean? Although I'd say like maybe Krylov is more like that. I don't know, man. Like I don't think Krylov is getting the belt anytime soon. I've seen what happens when he faces the elite of that division. And it's like, I'd almost say Krylov is more of a gatekeeper, but I don't know, man. It was a good win for him. That's kind of how I thought the fight was going to go. I was a little bit worried because of the illness thing and the short notice at 2:15 or whatever, but it didn't make a fucking bit. See, this is what I'm saying. Like the whole narrative thing, like, oh, now it's a different fight. This is a whole different thing. It's like, that didn't make a fucking bit of difference. It was just, I don't know, maybe it did for Spann. Maybe he was like, oh, I got, shorter amount of time to work with. I'm going to get after it quicker. I don't know, man, but it was more or less how I thought I was going to go. I wish I'd been more confident in the betting of that fight. Yeah, no shit. It looked like he had the fucking green apple 2 steps. But, hey, Cardone, did we not fucking tell him or what? Me and Cardone tried to tell you all this shit on Friday, dude. And I say this all the time to not make picks or bets based off this. But if there was, it'd be like, oh, like Romanov was such a tub. He was a tub of shit up there. Tipping the scales when he had been down at like 240 before that and looked pretty fit. It was just a levels fight. It wasn't like just because he was fast, because he's not as good as Volkov. Volkov's fought almost everybody in that fucking division. You know what I mean? I think Francis and Jones are the only two guys he hasn't fought. He's fought everybody else in that fucking division. Who in the fuck had Romanov fought besides fucking Marcin Tyburo that whooped him? Nobody that's that good. All fucking jobbers. Just jabroni after jabroni after jabroni. And then how did he get that fucking fight? That still has not been answered. That is still just completely escaped me. How in the fuck did Alexander Romanov get this fight? He lost to a guy that Volkov beat. I'm sorry. I give Maynard and Shelby a lot of credit on the matchmaking. You can't say that I don't. But that one was ridiculous. I don't know if it was just like a logistical thing, like there's literally nobody else that'll take the fight. Maybe it's something like that. But normally, if it was meritocracy, that fight made no fucking sense. You get exposed by a guy that lost to the next guy you fight after that loss. Like that made no sense at all. Yeah. Yeah, sacrificial lamb. Because, dude, I had that shit, man. A sunset was 15 seconds from cashing that ticket for me because I knew Volkov was going to win. It was one of my more confident picks. I said it on Wednesday on Aaron's show. I said, I'm strangely confident in Volkov stopping Romanov. What'd he fucking do? Crushed him. Fucking crushed him. I knew he would on the feet. That fucking front kick to the guts. Am I going to be chewed on? Man, please. Nice. Yeah. Congrats. Anybody who was on that Volkov shit, good stuff, man. That was the easiest pick on the card, dude. Honestly, that was such a mismatch. It's like I just gotta be smarter about that, dude. I got too cute with it. I should have just hammered Volkov as a dog. I'm gonna switch that up. I decided I was too frivolous with it. Like, got to be smarter. If it's dogs, just play it, make it a single play. Don't try and get greedy. So moving forward, that's the lesson I'm going to take from it. Okay, here we go. Time for me to piss and moan and cry and bitch and eat fucking crow. I got to give a special shout out to somebody. Well, first of all, shout out to the Fighting Allens at Fight Night Picks. I was there modding in their chat on Saturday, and I'm sitting there talking about the fights as everyone is, giving our picks, and I was in there being pretty fucking cocky about Jan and making sure that everyone knew that if they were on Marab and they were wrong, to just I even got into a little fucking argument with somebody in there. So I got to give this dude a shout out. He goes by VT in that chat, but he was right. He was right about Marab. And I told him in there, he was like, because he got upset about it. He was like, well, like, it doesn't have to be like that. He's like, well, we're all on different sides. We're just making picks. And it's like, it's not about that. It's like, everyone talks, and I'm no different. Everyone talks shit about their picks, but not everyone will stand for them when they get them wrong. Some people do. Like Aaron the dog always makes a point. Like when he gets bets wrong, he won't shy away from them. But like, I will never, ever shy away from a bad pick. This will not be an exception, but I do want to give him a special shout out. So like, you were right. VT in particular, feed me some crow, along with Marab, obviously. So I just wanted to stand on that. I'm a man of my word. I do practice what I preach on that. And this is why I do it, because I feel like people should. Like, if you're going to run your mouth, you better take accountability when you fuck up. And that's why I do these recaps. So there you go. 50-45 Merab on my scorecard. He won every round. It's frustrating, but I want to say this. I'm not trying to take away from Merab's performance. Well, I want to say two things. One, I'm seeing a lot of people all of a sudden, and this is very typical, all of a sudden, like shitting on Petr Yan. Like he sucks. No, he fucking doesn't. What you're doing is you're shitting on Merab. The guys that Yan loses to, he didn't lose to O'Malley. That was a robbery. So technically he has that loss, but come on, man. He hurt Sean just as much as Sean hurt him, and he outvolumed him. He clearly won that fight. That was a robbery. So, anyways, even if you want to say that Sean beat him, O'Malley's really fucking good. He's one of the best strikers in that division. Aljamain Sterling is the champion. Merab is clearly a contender. So losing to those guys means Yan sucks. Like what the fuck is wrong with y'all, man? So yeah, basically, so Yan sucks. So Merab beating him don't mean shit. You can't have it both ways. So no, it's like Yan is just, Merab was just a better wrestler. He is the rattiest wrestling rat that has ever. No one is more of a wrestling rat. And that's why he had success on the feet. Because Yan couldn't throw a combination without Merab taking him down. If he threw more than one strike at a time, Merab hit a takedown. It was like 48 takedown attempts, dude. This is the most someone has ever panic wrestled in their dude. The most they were on the feet was like a minute and a half, maybe in like the fourth or fifth round. Other than that, they'd be on the feet for like 20, 30 seconds at a time, and Merab would hit a takedown. Or he'd attempt a takedown. I thought it was impressive how many fucking takedowns Yan stuffed. Like, how can you say a dude sucks that literally historically stuffed? People always want to, the takedown defense. Their improved takedown defense. Give Yan some credit on the fucking takedown defense, dude. He stuffed so many, a historical number of takedowns. And here's another thing I want to say. I'm not saying Merab is on EPO, but don't ever, and again, Jeff from Richmond, and I mean ever, talk to me about Usman being on EPO. If you want to say something about Usman being on EPO, you can throw Merab right in that conversation. The dude is jacked, he's cut, and he has ungodly cardio. Unnatural cardio, I say. I do think Usman is probably on something. And I think Merab is too. You can't be that cut, have that much muscle mass, and be able to not have lactic acid build up in your muscles. You have to have something like EPO. I saw someone point out the back knee. That's not from EPO. That's from the other fucking PEDs that he's on. And he uses EPO to keep up his cardio while he's doing that other training, the other weight training or whatever. The strength and EPO basically allows you to have it all when you're cycling through PEDs. So you take the other PEDs, you get your increased muscle mass, increase the power, boost the power. And then the EPO allows you to maintain the cardio so you can keep training through all that shit. So yeah, that's what I think. Either they're both on EPO and other PEDs, or neither one of them are. Because there ain't no fucking way. Oh, yeah. There's no way. Oh, there's no way. Oh, yeah, he napped. He napped like a motherfucker. Big time. Yeah, dude, I had to eat crow on that one because I was one of the people saying, like, "Dude, I think Rosenstrike hits way harder." It's like, "Nah, man. Volkov is a big fucking dude. He's a big fucking guy." Dude, there ain't no fucking way, dude. You wanna say Usman's on it, fine. It's definitely suspicious for him too because he is so fucking muscle bound and, like, the cardio doesn't go anywhere. That's not how the human body works. So yeah, I think they're both on something. I think they're both taking like designer PEDs and then EPO, undetectable EPO. There's no way, man. So yeah, I know I sound like a salty ass hater, but it just is what it is. All those motherfuckers are on steroids. So yeah, I was 7-6 and my score was 445 on Tapology. So not great at all, but I did maintain a slight pause. My overall didn't dip too bad. So I'm sitting at 63.2 instead of 63.3. Whatever. What is? All right. So that's the wrap up. That's the recap for UFC Las Vegas. Kind of a shitty night. Oh, yeah, 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 yeah. So yeah, burn that ticket. Burn all the tickets actually. Your boy got reverse swept. Every single bet busted. I told y'all not to tell these two. Yeah, I fucking sucked. I've sucked this year, man. I've really sucked this year. I'm not down a whole lot. Like I've had a couple slight winning nights, but yeah, overall I'm down. So yeah, I got to work on some things. Got to be smarter about how I put my plays together. Like I had some good reads. I had some good reads. Volkov was a good read. Williams, Bruno, um, who's the other I had in? There's another one. Henry. I had some good reads. I got screwed with Saeed. Turkali was a bad read. A Sun South. It's like what can you fucking say about that? You want to call it a bad read? I don't know, man. I think it was a pretty good read, and I kind of got screwed a little bit on that one. Got screwed on Saeed. But like I said, that parlay with Saeed and would have busted anyway because of Turkali. But whatever, man. Just not gonna be too hard on myself, but it's just like I am gonna be a little bit smarter. Like with the double dog, that's just trying to be cute. That's just trying to be fucking. That's just a little. That's not necessary. Jan, I was just wrong on. That was my real bad read. Turkali and Jan were my real bad reads. The others, a little bit of variance, a little bit of bad luck, a little bit of fucking bullshit, and a robbery. I am starting to think that way on certain fights. Yeah, definitely on certain fights. Yeah, yeah, dude, I got fucking whooped. Dude, some people took a fucking bath, though, dude. Some people took a fucking blood bath. So yeah. Overall, I'm not even down $50. So gonna bounce back. Gonna look to bounce back. Big time. Fence pushing does not win fights. Fence pushing and rah 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 in the last fucking minute does not a fight win. It just shows you the judges aren't fucking paying attention. What I would love to do is have someone film the judges the entire fight. Like have the camera soon as every round starts and have it on the judges and pay attention to those motherfuckers and see which one of them which of them are watching the fucking whole fight and which of them are looking down at their phones, got their thumb up their ass, you know what I'm saying, picking their nose, not paying the fuck attention. I would love for someone to document that. And then on particular fights, you can go back through and look at it and be like, just the whole fight card, just film the judges and do that every fight and see which ones are paying attention. Just kind of like an accountability thing, like a what do they call it? A First Amendment audit the fucking judges. Exactly, dude. Let's see who's paying the fuck attention. Let's see who's watching what. Oh, exactly. Exactly. Yeah, I'm going to judge you. Rate me, I'll rate you. Rate 0. Dare. Junichiro Kamichu, 0. Now your slapdash opinion is going to be posted all over this man's account. You're going to ruin this man's life. Okay. All right, boys. That was UFC Las Vegas. Fucking sucked. Got crushed. Whatever, dude. I don't fucking care about anything. I don't care about anything anymore. Judge me. I'll judge you, Moise. Judged. I sit in judgment of you. I sit in judgment of your musk. Eat a musk up enough. You put on the wrong musk. I actually don't like musky scents, to be honest with you. I like fresher scents. Cardone and Noah having a debate about the judges. So let us now. I'll tell you what, I gotta take down some of these fucking banners anyway. I gotta make room. I was having trouble doing that last night. Shit pissed me off. I'm sorry, that's fucking bullshit. If I'm paying $25 a month for this fucking StreamYard, I should be able to have as many goddamn banners and folders and whatever the fuck I want and not have that shit is so cainish, dude. God, that pisses me off, man. StreamYard's fucking shicey sometimes, man. And their shit don't be working right sometimes. Gets my damn goat. Tell you what. All right. UFC 286 preview. Cool emojis. Mike. Fire. Smoke. How about cloud? Cloud. Cloud of smoke. And then we'll have boxing to represent the different facets of MMA. The striking, the karate gi to represent the jiu-jitsu, and then the wrestling to represent the wrestling. Wrestling, Bo Dick. Wrestling. I think this is dude wrestling. Yes. Chicks wrestling, bro. All right. And then look. Jesus Christ. All right, let's just search the fucking emojis. Let's search the face emojis, the facial expression emojis. Okay, there we go. All right. There's the thought process behind my fucking emojis. All right, there you go. That's what we're going to do next, bows. Judge Ramirez presiding. Laboratory clean musks are nice. Yes, I like nice and clean scents. Retardation does not get awarded on state commission boards. I mean, they may, but the person that put them in isn't retarded. Bigfoot is coming for you, Cardone. Yep. Yep. Oh, man. So, I got to stretch. I got to take a stretch. Hey. Snitch. Oh, Christ. Okay, that was UFC Las Vegas. Let's talk about UFC 286, aka UFC London. Let's look ahead to this card. All right, time to dry those tears. Look ahead. It's the trilogy, boys. It's the fucking trilogy. I guess I want to concentrate mostly on the main card. I'm not going to do any tape study. I'm going to save that for when I'm done with the streams. I got a few things to take care of around the house, but then I'm going to do some tape study. But yeah, man, I just want to kind of talk about the main card, just a general overview of these fights. Like I said, make sure y'all tune in Wednesday to Aaron the Dog MMA. I'll be there with Aaron and Lou Betcha, and we'll be talking about the UFC fights that week. This week will be 286. So yeah, I definitely have a lot of tape study I need to do before Wednesday. So I'm going to spend most of my late afternoon and evening doing that, and then I'll do it all day tomorrow. But I do have some thoughts on the main card real quick, and we can kind of just talk about it in general terms. Yep. Yeah, you want to see somebody like that. You always want to see somebody like that dude get his life together. I don't wish anyone harm. I wish for all people to find happiness, for sure. But there's definitely some things he needs to change, and he knows it. So yeah, London. You know, fish and chips, cup o' tea, bad food, worse weather, Mary fucking Poppins, London. We're going to London, boys. London, England. 286. Usman. Edwards. Trilogy. Yeah, the main event and the co-main event are going to be tough for me because Gaethje and Usman are two of my favorite fighters. So yeah, this one's going to be a little rough for your boy. This week's going to be a little rough. So yeah, let's talk about the rest of the main card though. We're going to talk about the main event, the co-main event a little bit if you want to. Like I said, I'm trying to save some of this juice for Wednesday, but man, I don't know, dude. I gotta see. I haven't looked at the betting lines or anything yet either. I'm going to be betting a little bit on this card, but I haven't really made any bets yet. I have a couple ideas, but I'm definitely going to be smarter about this slate. Okay. I think the toughest fight for me, honestly, is Gunnar Nelson Barberina. Nelson has been so fucking inactive, and he's been like real, like he looks shaky a little bit against Sato, man. I didn't like that performance, even though he won. Barberina, like, I just don't know what to make of him, dude. He's like 33, but in like MMA years, he's probably close to 40, dude. He's taken a lot of punishment in his career. He's a fun fighter, like he's a good dude, just a Midwest like farmer dude. He's a good guy. He always puts on entertaining fights, but he has taken some fucking punishment. I mean, he's fought just about fucking everybody, dude. He fought Colby, he fought Leon, Warley, Luque, Randy Brown. I mean, he hasn't fought everybody, but he's fought a lot of the top 10, top 15. The tough part is like Nelson should get him down and choke him. But Nelson to me is like, I don't know, man. Like he should win. Nelson should win. But on the feet, man, it's sketchy. Like Nelson, he's a good karate striker. Like he has a good counter cross, which is like that's on the feet with your hands. That's the most practical and effective karate strike. That's the one you train to hit all the time. That's one of the most commonly used because Nelson came up in Goju Ryu point fighting. That's one of them in karate tournaments. That's one of the most commonly used strikes. That counter right hand or counter left hand for him. So he's good with that. He can hurt people with that. But other than that, and his kicks, like Barberina is probably going to be more likely to hurt him on the feet. But on the ground, man, Nelson should smoke him. But it's like Nelson is like, I am not interested in touching that fight. As far as betting goes, I ain't fucking touching it. Want nothing to do with that. As far as my pick, you'll have to wait and see. But yeah, dude. Gaethje versus 3 rounds. Yeah, 3 rounds. So yeah, Justin and Fiziev, man, I'm gonna save that one. I'm gonna save that one. Anyone that knows me already like knows my Gaethje bias, so I'm gonna save that one, man. But as far as like Vittori Delidze, dude, if you're in the dome, you already know like what side I'm on. I might save that for Wednesday too. So yeah, those are the advantages for Fiziev. He's faster, he's stronger, he's smarter, he's younger. We're gonna see how tough he is, and we're gonna see how good his cardio is. That's what we're gonna see. You're right about that. Yep. So yeah, man, I'm gonna save some of these, man, for that Wednesday show. But I do think that, yeah, I do kind of agree with what y'all are saying there. Maya and what's her fuck? Casey O'Neill. Oh, dude, I don't know, man. I think I know who I'm gonna pick, but I think that fight's a little bit closer than like some people would care to admit. I don't know, man. Like I think I know who I'm picking, but mm, again, from a betting perspective or a betting standpoint, not fucking touching it. I'm sticking to my mantra. I'm not betting WMMA ever fucking again. Not going to do it. Yeah, with WMMA, yeah, it's dogger pass. You saw, dude, even at the highest level, the dog is live. Even when it's like a champion that seems like just because those were the two exceptions, right? It's like the dogs are always live in WMMA except for Nunez and Valentina. But you can see even they can lose sometimes. So it's like that aspect of it, those divisions, I'm not touching them. It's mostly dogger pass and like gonna be passing. Gonna be a forever perma pass, dude. Perma pass on WMMA. Yep. Even at the highest fucking level. So yeah, that's more or less what I got, boys. This is about how long I wanted to stream anyway. I did the 2 streams today for about 3 hours total. So that's about right. I might keep going for like 15 more minutes, but that's mostly what I got. So yeah, go check out the stream I did before this. Give it a like. Give this one a like. Trying to think. Let me go back over these banners. Did I miss anything? I don't believe I did. But yeah, looking back, man, this is why I say it. Dumas looked really good. A Sunsal looked really good. Span looked good. They all lost. Marab looked like shit. Won. Mario Batista looked terrible. He fucking won. And then, you can see some examples there where the guys that, look good win, the guys that look bad lose, but most of the time the better fighter's going to win, which is why I always say that. So, yeah, that is about it for this one, man. I hope y'all have a good week, man. Best of luck with all your bets and your picks and stuff. Like I said, I don't have any bets right now for this card, but I will probably put a couple together by the end of the week. And I've kind of got an idea of some dogs I'm going to look at and some couple fighters I might parlay and some props and stuff. But a lot of this, particularly the like I'm familiar with these fighters, but I'm definitely going to have to do some more tape than I did last week. And I think I need to. So yeah, that's about it for me. Let me get this song going. The old lady and I have been watching Poker Face on Peacock, which is pretty good. It's a good, if you got a significant other, it's a good movie to watch with your chickadee or your partner or whatever. It's been entertaining. Mayor of Kingstown's been sick. The last episode was good. Crazy cliffhanger. Man. Got that every Sunday. New Mandalorian every Wednesday. Mandalorian's been pretty good. I've enjoyed it so far. Anxious to see what's going to happen with that. I was a little I didn't hate the Book of Boba Fett. It just wasn't quite as good as I thought it was going to be. Like I had a lot of high hopes for that show after leading into the premiere of that show, because Boba Fett was so badass in the second season of Mandalorian. I had high hopes for that. It was a little bit of a letdown. I'd probably give it like a 7 out of 10. But Mandalorian is sick. So I've been enjoying the third season of that. But yeah, that's about all I got. Tuckered out. So yeah, I'm gonna take care of some shit around here and then get to the tape study. But let me get the song ready. Get the fuck up out of here. All right, gents. Appreciate everyone that came through. Make sure y'all give both of these streams a like. Subscribe to this channel if you're not. Subscribe to every channel that I've told you to subscribe to over these 2 streams. And yeah, man, appreciate the support. This past week did not go so well as far as my bets and my picks, but I'm looking to improve on that. Just going to shake it off. Old TC takes a licking and keeps on ticking, so that's what we're going to do. Yeah, just do more tape study, trust my instincts, not going to overcorrect, and yeah, going to bounce back. So, yeah, I ate the crow I needed to. Talked a little bit about UFC 286, which is coming up this weekend. I will be back on Friday. Make sure y'all check out my dude Aaron the Dog MMA on Wednesday. I will be guest appearing on that show with Lou Betcha. We'll talk about these UFC fights, and I will give my picks for that. But yeah, I think that's about all I got, boys. Yeah, shout out to Aaron the Dog MMA. Shout out to MMA Engine and those dudes over there. Shout out to the boys at Pub Sports Radio. Shout out to the Fighting Allens at Fight Night Picks. Shout out to the non-scamming community at large. And yeah, man, I hope you all have a good week. Best of luck with all your shit. And yeah, that's it for me. This has been just my 2 cents, and I'll catch you boys on the next one. Peace!